Over the weekend, we were discussing how this might be a potential bottom with the 2-hour higher low to go see if we are going to revisit those lows by touching two very key areas. We were talking about 562, right? 567 with that weekly expected move and all the way up to 577 to 576. Very important levels that we haven't tagged yet. But guess what, people? It is happening. And so we have a lot to get into in this video. So let's go ahead and get started. We were mentioning how this 2-hour MACD is up at those levels where you can either see some kind of drop from these levels, you can move more sideways from these levels, or you could peek your head up just a little bit more before experiencing a more meaningful pullback. And it looks like we have a scenario that is playing out here where the 2-hour was able to cross, suggesting down, down, down. Good thing for the 30-minute divergence. But we were talking about how to know if this would overall head in the upward direction. But let's do something for you before we get into that and those 30-minute charts. And we might even go deeper than that and give you guys a little lesson looking at the 5-minute to show how it moved around there. But I want to get you guys some monthly expected moves. Look at this. We have 591.79 to the upside for your expected move. And then you have a little bit deeper to the downside of 517.29. So you have 591.79 to the upside and 517. 29 to the downside. We are more going to discuss these this weekend when we talk about the potential for retest down at key levels. So we'll be watching for that. But for the time being, I think it's better for us to pay attention to tomorrow's daily expected moves. Man, have those spread out. My goodness gracious. Also, the monthlies have spread out too. So volatility still here to stay. We see 565.53 to the upside. Very, very good point to pay attention to because that is right next to our weekly expected move. That means this will be the decision-making area if we're even able to get there without bumping our head into that 562 type level. As of right now, to the downside, we see 543.55. But I wanted to talk about this over here, this 30-minute divergence that was able to do what at the end of the day? Able to curl up into positive territory. So what is this overall saying? This is saying that it is very likely that we are going to hit something like 565.53 tomorrow, possibly even first thing in the morning if this news continues to be so good. We have a ton of earnings. We can go through those in a little bit, but for the most part, those are going to be overall 50-50 flips. But at this time, if you read into the psychology of, hey, we haven't seen that test of 562, whether they wanted to drop it now and curl it up later or just go for it right now might be a big deal. It might mean we need to watch out over this weekend because you do not want to see these massive moves with earnings that like to get faded right before a weekend. I just wanted to point that out. As we go into this 30-minute chart, though, it's able to confirm up. So that's kind of difficult, right? You're like, this is kind of difficult. We were talking about this area in here. We were marking off that block, and down at this time, we made that, and we said, okay, let's see if we can snap back into that box, right? Well, I think it was while we were heading up. We just started to create this box, and we said, what's the important level? 550. So let's go into those shorter time frames because just seeing a curl up at the end of the day, you might have missed out on some things in here if you're a little more short-term trader. So let's go through this 5-minute for the moment. Now on Patreon, we posted a video that said, hey, watch for a rejection move down into these type of areas, and then maybe we can curl up into positive territory. Well, you did something even better right here, but I wanted to talk about this. So right here, you're looking like a V shape to go test what? The center of our zone. Look how that center of the zone really gets tested all this time. And around this area, you're like, I want this to fall. Well, if that's going to fall, what you would want to see is this to be able to break through that 5, break down to lower levels, and keep it going, right? Keep it going without making that divergence or anything like that. That didn't necessarily happen. You did get a turn down, but overall, we were talking about here being a higher low. Hey, if it's right here, that's fantastic. What you notice is you create this tiny little double bottom that shoots you up above the center here, which the percentages go like this. If we go into this type of area and we reject, it is very likely we're making a new low. If we go up into this area and we reject, it is very likely we're going to make a new low. But if we're able to peek our head above this, right, that's a little bit, I would say, of a hint, but you want to see price get back above it. You make the double bottom, you get above it, and you start to do what? You start to use that level as support. This is a fantastic hint, and once you see this start to get broken, you just go, oh yes, we are at least going to reach up to here, if not see an explosive earnings. And what does this look like to me? This looks like are the buyers showing up? They show up. Are we going to see the sellers show up? They don't show up. But then towards the end of the day, we get what? I think they're front running some earnings. I think you could see that 562. I think we're going to see 567 or at least maybe something like 565 get tagged in the next 2 trading sessions. So this looks very, very bullish to me for the time being. But let's take that with a grain of salt because it is because of earnings. And what are we overall doing here from this algorithmic move that we were talking about? We were always going to try to test 562, 565. And so during this type of move to this upside, I'm going to be paying attention for some reversal signals. Let's go check out the cues. Now, I know we did a ton of that just now. That was a lot to get through. I get it. But let's just go through the cues briefly. And now you already kind of know what we were talking about on the 5-minute and how important that center of this block really was for this buying back in and giving you little hints in there. But you did get the curl up at the end of the day. That means we most likely will have to make new reversal signals, which means this can continue for a couple of days. This can continue for a couple. It could maybe even continue into next week a little bit, right? But it seems to me like going up and seeing a ballistic move like this all of a sudden with earnings while we're expecting a retest, there's a lot of risk over this weekend, and that's probably something you'll hear me say over the next couple trading sessions. I will be live tomorrow on YouTube, and we'll be talking about something in the morning that we're going to be doing differently in the afternoon for the time being. But this is a great thing. It means what can I pay attention to? Well, my daily expected moves, we see 488.67 to the upside, 462.27 to the downside. Don't worry, I will give you the monthly expected moves in a moment because I'm so nice. Anyway, we can see here. So how would this overall fail? Well, if this is able to roll down. So I didn't just want to tell you where this is getting to. I wanted to see what's going to happen next. So one thing to notice here is we haven't drawn that block really for the cues. But when we draw up that block, and we're just going to do something like this, right? Because we're overall including this low. It was a bad low to break, so you got to overall be back within it. Try to get it as perfect as we can. And we can go in that 5-minute and say the same exact freaking story. Look, this box, we didn't make it during the live show. I literally just put it up right now. I haven't been at my desk all day. I've been babysitting, right? My own baby. So I guess I've been parenting. But this is, you see the same story, right? And this is something we're going to be putting into that full technical analysis course soon because you guys probably hear me talk about probabilities all the time. And when I talk about those probabilities, usually it's when price is here, when price is here, I don't really have to square it off anymore because I've done it for so long that I just have a good gut with it. And then I just go, okay, well, if it reverses down from here, likely to get the higher low, doesn't mean it can't fail. So just wanted to go over that for a brief moment, but we will be updating this. But the big part here is just, look how we're doing the same type of behavior in here to get to that upside move. That's fantastic. So what could happen from here is we can now see a similar thing to what we saw today. If this is going to just flop and break down, we most likely will see this broken, use that as resistance in some way, or we could see bigger reactions here, and then head to the downside, right? Start to roll this, get that lip, and then keep heading down. That would be a big deal. So what do we want to most likely see as this really looks like it's going to continue on the 30-minute chart because we just ruined a bunch of signals most likely tomorrow morning. And we'll have to see if it continues, right? A lot can happen with earnings. We'll look at open and see if all this has changed. For the time being, curled up, so we should expect this. So if I want to get higher than these, something I might, or if I even want to get to those, if I don't have the gas to get there, what am I going to want to do? I might want to dip into this zone, maybe even all the way down in the center. The higher up I hold in, right? The higher up I see that support come in, the better chance to get to the weekly expected move. And I just wanted to share that with you guys at this moment because now we did not see the rejection here, right? To do this. So notice the reaction you're getting. It's different. It's the opposite. Okay. So I'm talking about how we could overall do this and flip it on its head and say, okay, now we're just looking the other direction. If we come into here and we touch the top side, it's very likely we're going to that upward move. This could literally go to the daily expected move, come back all the way down into this area, unless we make another block up here. We'll talk about that with price action later. But this could go all the way up to here, curl back down, tap into that zone, and go a little bit higher and create something that big over the next like 3 trading sessions. That would be massive. So we'll see what happens. We can do it tighter. We don't have to make perfect signals on the 30-minute, but we'll pay attention to it. So to end this thing, the 2-hour, still very positive. Looks like it wants to curl up. We could see the 2-hour extend this for some time, right? We're just talking about what's happening right now. Fantastic day if you were really paying attention to it. I just had it up on my phone all day, and I was like, wow, this 5-minute chart is so interesting right now. And I wanted to make sure, at least to give you guys the benefit of monthly expected moves for the Qs, right? 514.24. Look at that. 514.24 key area. And then you do have what? 436.70 to the downside. Once again, key areas, right? Key areas down by this move. So we'll be paying attention into the future, but for right now, this looks like it is going to continue. If you get lucky and you get that little dip down into here, hey, day traders, you might have to do something with that. But for the time being, this looks like how it's going to shape up over the next couple trading sessions. I don't think I'll be able to go into the individual stuff. I do only have a few minutes here to make this, so I'm trying to make it very beneficial. That's why I'm going pretty deep into the SPY, deep into the Qs, but we can see that volatility hasn't seen that big gear up, right? Hasn't seen that big gear up on the daily scale yet. I think it might be coming very, very soon to a theater near you, maybe an AMC or something. For the time being, this failed, right? This failed. How can we tell that it is failing? At least it's not something that looks like it's going to go up right now. The 30-minute. The 30-minute was able to actually curl down and actually start to, almost lose that 5, right? So we're still in the inclination of, hey, we need to watch because volatility can go up even if stocks are going up. So this is something we will watch if volatility still goes up while stocks are up. But for the time being, it really looks like, what are we doing? We're gearing up to see a move down towards what? 20. Down towards lower levels, down towards this gap fill on the other side of your screen, way over here. I'll try to mark it off as accurately as possible around that 2150. It looks like we're heading down to there. Now, what's the good part about that? Well, if this is some kind of trap, the 2-hour can come down to that type of level. We could see it bounce up, and you know what you'll have? You might have a 2-hour divergence right here in the next couple trading sessions, and this will be a great hint if we're about to go into some volatile times, right? We'll see if we get those reactions because volatility can go up when the stock market's going up dramatically, right? It kind of goes in both ways. But for the time being, if something like this shows up, we have to be very, very clear of like, hey, if something like this is showing up, we got to be clear like, hey, we're paying attention and there's some serious risk going on here. The market can funk around for a little bit, but that means I would say early to mid-May, we could see some risk pop up here, and I wanted you to be aware of it. Why am I bringing up risk into the future just a little bit and to be weary of this overall move? Well, we talked about the dollar trying to come back a little bit, but still not there. We talked about the SPY. And the reason that I'm overall saying this is because I know that a lot of people with a good earnings report, maybe multiple good earnings reports this week, will get very, very excited to potentially make decisions here. Let's take into consideration this is a weekly expected move. This is a retest over all of key levels. And so we need to be paying attention to if we see weakness in this area, and volatility could shape up that signal for you soon. So I just wanted to give a lot of value in this video. I don't think I have time to go into the individual stocks. Still got to edit and stuff like that. But I just really wanted to say, like, I hope you're paying attention because this is a very, very good move to the upside. And if it continues to shape up and look like it can continue, we'll still talk that way. We'll still see those things. But for the time being, this is looking like we could go upwards into some kind of trap that is coming, because I do not like to see some kind of surge from earnings right before a weekend. The psychological side in my head is just going, wow, the uproar, the terror that could happen if something bad did happen over the weekend. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I think the main things to pay attention to are still the 30-minute chart and overall saying, hey, if I didn't get into it now and I don't want to play this in any kind of way, then I'm looking for what? I'm looking for something like this right over here, right? I'm looking for this to go up and then come back down and react differently than this time, bounce off of this area, and then head to that upside move. So this is something that I'd really be looking for. I hope that this information was in some way helpful. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being subscribed. Thank you for liking. You guys are fantastic, and I will see you guys in the morning, all right? Peace out.